Hey everyone, welcome to today's vlogging with Karen. Today I'm going to be talking about Epidemic in the Darklands. Here is book 2. It didn't take me long to write this book. I really had a lot of fun writing it. I guess because the characters were all developed by this time. I did add more characters to the book, to the story. The plot, everything was just going along with what finished up in book 1. At the end of book 1, don't want to give too much away, Andy is captured, and book 2 starts out 3 months later. Andy's been in the Darklands, in the dungeon in Charlotte Castle for those 3 months. He's been tortured and drugged, and he comes out of it not knowing where all his friends are. He doesn't know what happened at the end of the battle. He just feels lost. He does befriend an old man who's in the same cell with him, and the old man turns out to be someone who he can really depend on and rely on. He also meets, while he's in the castle, his great-great Aunt Estonia. She has been preserved as a teenage girl, only in shadow form. She is a shadow person. I guess I need to speak a little bit about this. They had laws where humans could marry magical creatures. If they did, their children didn't turn out quite right, and actually they became mean. They started becoming shadows of themselves. So that's what happened to Estonia. Most of them had twins. Like, one twin would be good and be a normal person, and then the other twin would turn into this shadow person. Estonia just hated the way her life was going. She left her family and everything that she loved, and she went to the Darklands and stayed there. She tells Andy all about how the Darklands developed, how she gained great magical power somehow through becoming a shadow person, and that there's not another shadow person like her. Most of them just become shadow people, and they just have to deal with it. She became a shadow person with magic, and her magic and whatever was inside of her leached into the land and caused everything in the Darklands, that's why it's called the Darklands, to become kind of void of life. There's no birds, there's no animals, there is trees and forest, but it's just kind of a dead land. She there builds a castle, and then she invites other shadow people to come and live on her land, and thus the Darklands forms. When Andy is captured at the end of book 1, right before he's captured, he buries the jewel. We talked about the jewel in another vlog. The jewel was made from different things that the races donated. Andy was able to get that jewel back because it was stolen in the first book, and he was able to get that jewel back. He buries it in the Darklands, and it produces a tree with beautiful fruit, golden fruit, and on the inside the fruit is black with red seeds. If you read the book 1, you will know that the jewel is a black stone with 3 red stripes running through it. And so the tree that is produced is gold. I mean, the fruit that's produced is gold on the outside. Black fruit, the meat part is black, like the stone, and then there's red seeds on the inside to represent the 3 stripes. Well, I just really didn't know where I was going to go with that, but it turned out really good. I've had nothing but positive reviews. When the shadow person in the prologue, Morgan, he eats of the fruit and it makes him sick. Morgan then goes to town and spreads the plague to all of the shadow people, and it just spreads throughout the Darklands, and that's where the title Epidemic in the Darklands came from. Shimmer has a bigger part in this book. Her heart is for getting Elsewhere, and she's moving on to Andy. And she is determined to go and rescue Andy, so she pairs up with Daisy and also Grandmother Muckernut, and they make their way towards the Darklands. I don't want to give any more away. You just have to buy the book and read it. Had a lot of fun writing it. I did have one thing that if I could do over again, well, not really do over again, but I kind of been kicking myself for, but it's kind of working. I'm figuring it out. As I ended the book with a poem, and I'll read it to you. My ancestor was murdered for the sake of her race, so I have stolen the crown from its glass case. You will find me in a hollow with no direction, while I keep the crown in my protection. No map or compass will point the way, which leaves me with one more thing to say. If you come looking for me, be prepared to fight, for I will protect the crown with all of my might. Tallulah P. Breyer. That one I was kind of kicking myself. I was really proud of myself over that poem. I was like, this is really good stuff. And then I was like, when I got it done, because when I started writing book 3, I was like, where the heck am I going to go with this? So, I figured it out, and I now have 11 chapters done on Lumbria. Lumbria, it's going slow. I thought I would have all summer to write. It has not worked out. I've either been sick, or I've had to deal with stuff with my kids, or, it's just a lot of things getting in my way. So, but I'm getting there. Now that school started back, I'm having a little more time to write and to look at my stuff. I am also in the process of writing a YA young adult novel about a girl who moves to a plantation to help her father take care of this plantation, and she finds out that it's owned by dragon lords, and she falls for one of the dragon lords, and it's going to be really cool. In fact, I've been working on it more than I have Lumbria. Sorry to all those people who are waiting on Lumbria, sorry. I will get back to it, I promise. I said I would have it done by Christmas time, but it's just not working out. So, anyway. Okay, so this is my vlog for today. I hope this finds all of you well, and I hope you have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye.